You can keep it going. Keep it going.
It's the new Twin Cities. It's the new Twin Cities. It's the new Twin Cities. It's the new Twin Cities.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the new Twin Cities. It's the new Twin Cities. Yeah. It's the new Twin Cities. Yeah.
It's the new Twin Cities.
Yo,
Yeah. Episode 24, y'all. Yeah.
Let's get it. We back. You can turn it down now. Let's get it.
Man, let's fucking go, boy.
Back again.
Yes, sir.
There we
man.
go.
It's the
My
new
shit sound
Twin
better.
Cities. Oh, I was like, why is it so quiet?
Yeah, my
I was
bad.
like,
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in here. Yeah, we back, y'all.
Yeah,
we
let's
back,
go.
y'all. The new
Let's
Twin
go.
Cities podcast. I'm your host, Fresh.
I'm Tony.
And we two black men giving you guys our, we giving you guys our opinions
Perspective
on
on the city, man.
our perspective on the city and things going on in the culture,
Yeah,
hip hop
man.
culture.
It's two black men holding it down. St. Paul, Minneapolis, you know. And today we back again. You know, we doing the two for today, man.
Yeah,
Two
y'all.
in a row.
We usually wait a week, but we wanted to give y'all a double header. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So back to
man.
back. You know what I'm saying? So we got a dope guest today, man, for y'all.
Yeah, man. So we got
5-time Billboard
Yeah.
#1 gospel selling artist,
yeah.
Jovonta Patton. Let's get it, y'all.
Yeah,
Welcome.
That's right.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah, man.
Thank y'all so much for having me. I'm
Man, you
excited
got me
to be
stumbling over my words and shit. I'm like, we got a superstar in the building today, y'all.
I'm just grateful to be in y'all's space. I love the professionalism.
Appreciate that,
I'm
man.
excited to just be here with Tony and Fresh.
Appreciate it,
thank you,
man.
man.
It's been
Thank you for
we wanted you to it's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming, and
For
I
real.
thank y'all for reaching out to me. And I tried to make sure I double back. Like, listen, I want to come. I just be trying to make sure I got something to talk about too, because these are the new
Respect.
ways that you kind of let people know what you have going on.
How you interact with your community.
Absolutely. Let them know. I mean, you guys are a great outlet, and I'm sure there's someone watching that does not know me that now will know who I am and know what
Yep,
I'm going on.
yep.
And now maybe hopefully after this, people at the Wave will, you know what I'm
You see
saying,
what I'm
be
saying?
familiar with us.
You
You
see
know?
what I'm saying? The Wave. That's
And we-
the place to be.
And we just cross promote that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So-
So been going crazy, man.
Man, we trying at the Wave. We be having a little lit time on Sunday.
Y'all for real? Cause I was,
Y'all, they be going crazy.
we were giving your album a listen, and I'll be real off the bat. I'm not a regular gospel listener,
Fair.
but listening to the album, I am an artist. I'm an engineer and producer, so I know good music. And I was telling Fresh, I'm like, yo, I don't listen to gospel, but this is young, refreshing, and modern and stuff. And I was like, oh wow, I actually feel healed after listening to Always. You know,
Good.
so
Yeah.
That's the
We was in the
radio
car
signal.
we was in the car banging it like, oh snap, okay, we
Was
see.
the mixing and mastering good?
Great.
It was great. It was great. I wanted to ask about that later, but I noticed it was like was it all live?
It was a whole live album minus the song I Can.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
But everything else was live.
Okay, because listening in the system, I'm like, damn, did he put live vocals over a studio beat or like? Because it's great. It's great,
Live instrument, live singers. All
Okay.
my stuff is live. Yeah.
man. And I think it is always. It's like what, 10 minutes? Like
Yep. It's about a 10-minute situation.
Yeah.
The
And you
radio
can listen
edit.
to it all the way through. Sorry.
Exactly. No, you're good. Yeah,
For real.
absolutely. And I didn't want to shortchange the song
Yeah.
because it was just that moment. So even on YouTube, you can go and relive the moment. But I felt like the moment translated audio-wise
Yeah.
for you to be able to feel what we felt that night.
And
So
that's
that wasn't planned the whole time.
No, that long time wasn't playing. It just happened and we just went with it.
God.
You know, but we shortened it for the radio.
Also
So
it's
it's
longer.
So the radio version is about 3 minutes. Like we figured out a 3 minute.
Okay.
Okay.
You put that vibe into 3 minutes.
We put it in 3 minutes.
That's
'Cause
crazy.
you know, radio, they gonna turn you off if it's a little
Right,
longer.
too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
streaming too, you kind of want that radio edit just in case people are more familiar with the radio version.
Yep,
But thank
yep.
y'all for listening to the whole 10 minutes.
Yeah.
no, for real.
We was sitting there like, damn, this shit long. Hey, but we felt it though. Like you made us feel like what it felt like to be there in person.
Yeah.
You know, it feels like that. Like we
Yeah.
watching a concert or something. Like it was just
Yeah.
crazy. Like he said, the sound.
It was very uplifting and personal, and it was like, cause you know, when I was like looking at it initially, you know, you dripped up on the cover, right? You know, it's called Established.
Making the fashion statement every time, huh?
Making statements, so one would think like maybe some rap stuff, like I made it, I'm established, right? But listening to it, it was honestly the complete opposite. It was keep going. You got this. You know, always trust in him. You know, everything. Like, so I was impressed by that.
No, thank you so much. And it's just that record. It's the post-pandemic record, and I felt like everybody was recording music for like this doom or end of an era with COVID, and I wanted to just bring something that was more like what is life gonna look like after all of this? And even the song like Always, no one knew 2020 through 2022 like what would really happen every day. So it was kind of like a prayer, like God be with me always, because 3 years ago we would have never thought that COVID would be an option. So I don't need to pray for God to just be with me sometimes or when I have a, you know what I'm saying, viewpoint of what the future is gonna be. Whatever the future holds, if you just be with me always, then I'm Gucci the whole time.
Yeah,
that's dope.
That's solid.
So how did the name come up out of that? Like, how did you come up with Established out of that vibe? Like,
absolutely.
You recorded during the pandemic, right?
Yep. So we recorded last year, March 9th, and at this church called Living Word. So there's a scripture.
Where's that at?
It's in Brooklyn Park, actually.
Okay.
Yep, it's in Brooklyn Park. It's with our Caucasian brothers and sisters. And I was so happy to bridge that gap because I'm from the hood. So hip hop music and Drake and Jay-Z, like that's just like what we do. So to be able to go into that space and be accepted, and I love that opportunity that I was able to use those good cameras.
Especially in Brooklyn Park.
Yeah, those good recording systems. So shout out to Living Word for allowing you got the right one.
Shout out Living Word.
So there's a scripture that says, after you have suffered a little while, that God will strengthen you, he will settle you, and then he will establish you. And I feel like, I feel like there was a lot of suffering, that happened for people. People were losing jobs. They were losing loved ones, money.
Losing lives.
Yeah, life. Like, it was a crazy time. And then there's another scripture that says, if you decree a thing on the earth, it shall be established. In other words, if you pray and ask God to do a certain thing, it's going to manifest.
Yeah.
And so that's where the record came from.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. That really is, like, even just hearing you explain that now make that.
So that established word at the end of the scripture made you like, that's what I'm gonna name it.
Yeah, and it was just kind of like, I felt like us as the world, a country, we have the suffering was evident.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so we have to be at the established moment because we're not suffering anymore.
Yeah.
So we have to be that God is establishing us, and being established, that's an ongoing thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't stop because it happened yesterday. Tomorrow could be another day of establishment.
Yep.
You know, we go to different establishments.
There you go.
Preach. Amen.
People got to know the different definitions of that because, you can be established in something, but you might not be established in other things. So
absolutely,
that's why I see you say it's never just a one-time thing. You got to keep it going.
Absolutely.
I like that. Established is a lot better than the term woke.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there we go.
Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly, because sometimes the woke era is like people going to Red Lobster and telling them, this is how you cook steak. Well, it's like, we never wanted to sell steak.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, come and get woke now. Like, I never, ever wanted to wake up selling steak. We sell seafood, and we cook steak sometimes. So if you don't like our steak, go to Manny's, which is a steakhouse.
Yeah, go right next door to Timber Lodge or something.
Yeah, and some people were woke, and it's like, the people that you're trying to wake up, they don't do that. So let it go.
Yeah.
So how many songs did you have recorded for this established, or was these the only songs you had, or did you have like a list of songs to pick from?
So all the musicians flew in Monday. So all the musicians were from out of town minus one. So they rehearsed for 2 days. Then we went to the studio, did some pre-production vocals. So there was...
Okay, can I stop you? Why did you choose people out of town instead of in town? Is like a different flavor you wanted, or?
You can keep it real.
No, absolutely. Thank you. It was, I always use different musicians.
Okay.
I like to switch it up.
Okay.
And
that's
when you become a national artist, you don't always have to make your record like the only people who are going to consume it are local people.
That's
so
true. That's true.
You know,
Ooh, hold on. Can you repeat that?
You don't have to make your album. Oh, my sister Amanda's on. We can see the comments.
Hey, Amanda.
She made this shirt actually.
Shout out to Amanda. Does she make clothing on the regular?
Yeah,
or?
so if y'all need her, if you need like, you know what I'm saying, like stuff that is just like exclusive for something you got going on. And then Jeremy, I forgot Jeremy's name, but he does all the logos and stuff. He made
Jeremy Yeager. Shout out
there we go. Yes,
Jeremy, who don't want to
Shout
come
out.
out the house. If you see this, get out the house, bro.
Yeah,
Jeremy
we need you on the show, bro.
I've seen Jeremy at the barbershop in real life.
What?
Yes.
You seen him in real life?
Why would me and Jeremy be
He
in the
always
same
got the crispy
barbershop?
cut.
That's another question. But we have been in the same barbershop, and his son is so cute. His son was there with him. He's a good dad in person. He's great away. But we took this concept from Drake, the picture on the back.
Okay.
I'll be copying
that's
people
what's up.
like Drake.
Hey,
Man.
I'm going to the tour. But anyhow.
Man, the So Secret tour right now, like that ain't publicly announced. Like,
I'm so
Man.
excited. Him and Twin, that album was golden, okay?
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, the transitions.
Yeah.
Drake omits himself from the Grammys, but that was Grammy worthy.
nah, really, just musically how that album
It
was
was
put
just
together.
good.
And then let's be real, if he wasn't into it with Kanye, CLB was great too. Like CLB I don't think will ever get the reception it should have, because that was like, you know how people are like, oh, I want that old artist back. I want that old. I want their old ways back. He did that on CLB.
He did all of that.
Yeah.
Drake is probably one of the most. I don't know if you saw his latest interview, but Drake, the way he talks, I'm like, your mind is in the right place.
Yeah.
He's not selling you like this fake lifestyle
Gangster, or he just himself.
He's smart, and I do music.
Yep.
And I love how he was talking about, I want to get out the way. I don't want to be competing with the younger
I'm
generation.
finna retire on y'all ass.
Yeah, no, you say what you got to say.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really good. So you don't, just because I'm recording my record here and just because I'm born and raised here doesn't mean that my record is only for here.
Yeah.
So instead of, I've worked with all of the musicians here, and I still do. I still do. So it's not a bad thing. I just learned as an artist that musicians can play with all the artists they want to, and then artists have to just like be loyal. It's like women to like, the man can do whatever, and then the woman just gotta stay to that one person. You got the wrong one over here, okay?
Yeah, you gonna work with everybody. Let's do it.
And that's another way of going nationally too, is if you work with artists from out of state.
Absolutely.
Because you're also, even if you're not working with artists from here, you're bringing other artists here, so that still fuels our
Facts.
economy and
It's
stuff.
way more equity, and outside of it being equity, I like to keep people on their toes. And so when you get 3, 4, 5 musicians from different spots, no one knows what to expect. And so then everybody is not like, everybody is fresh at the table. I think about the times where you see like Justin Timberlake or Beyonce when they would, go to the Hamptons and bring all these musicians and writers together to make something fresh. And I like doing that too, because I love the actual process of making music.
I was gonna say, is that part of your formula?
Yes, it's fun. It's fun.
Doing the live performances and stuff like that.
Yes, and making sure like, do you like that drum beat? And somebody else saying, I think we should try this.
Yeah.
It just opens up
energy.
the record,
Yep.
and it's fun energy. Everybody wants to be sensations without the actual good content.
Yeah. Oh man.
Very good content.
Like,
Man.
You actually care about what you putting out.
Make the actual content good too.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm
make sure
saying?
you have good product. You know,
and
just
before content creators was a word, I believe all artists have been that.
Yep.
Before it's been branded, when you make albums, that is content. You're creating that.
Facts.
And then back in the day, we didn't have social media, so you would get like the cool merch ideas, the pop-ups. You'll
Be
get
meaningful, more meaningful. The
Yes.
fan and
find
artists.
random stuff like ashtrays,
Yes.
and matches and stuff.
It's the whole entire fan experience, and I think people have gotten so caught up in trying to compete that they miss growing a real fan.
Yeah, and they just start putting out just BS,
Yeah, and just anything. It's like whatever sticks, I'm gonna put it out.
Yeah,
just to outdo the next person.
Yeah, just to
and,
say I'm working.
Man, I'm teaching. My wife would always tell me. She said, I didn't go to concerts like I do before I met you. And she got into the culture of it, where when we go, we gonna get merch, and we gonna listen to the songs before, watch some
That's
YouTube
fun.
documentaries.
Yep.
It's just a whole entire learning field trip, and then you appreciate the artistry more than just going to see an artist.
Yep.
Man, I think that's what we missing nowadays in music, period. Like that. like people like miss the having the listening sessions and having the
Pop-up shop,
all
you know
that,
what I'm
like,
saying?
just-
sessions, yeah. And listening
interactions.
Listening sessions.
interactions,
I
there
got a
we go.
listening session tomorrow in Charlotte.
That's
Okay.
what's
We
up.
did one in
Flex.
Atlanta. We did one here in Minneapolis, and we got some more coming up. But makes you
Flex.
connect with the people. Thank you. It makes you connect the music and just not hoping that Facebook understands it or the algorithm gets with it. Like, it's more hands-on work than just praying that, oh yeah, I'm gonna send something to Apple Music and they're just gonna know.
Like, hopefully they see it. I hope they see it.
Hey, I'll translate for you. Pastor said, "Get outside."
Get outside.
Gotta get from behind the phone and the computer, y'all. We gotta
Yeah.
get back to doing real reactions and real
Yes.
interactions. I mean,
Yeah.
Touching people and,
Yeah.
and really connecting. The girl wrote me, a girl wrote me 2 days ago and said, "I love your new album," and I was like, "Thank you." And she said, "You probably don't remember me, but I followed you on Instagram. We met in Mexico in 2019."
See,
That real interaction
Yeah.
where you're just not a follower online, and
Yep.
it's like, oh, I remember you. It's like, oh, how you doing? They brought all the memories back,
Yep.
but now
Yep.
she's supporting something years later. Like,
and that's because the stuff that you post on your Instagram, your personality, everything keeps everybody in touch with you, in tune
Thank
with you.
you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank
So that's important too. Like, artists don't really do that. They just post their songs and get off. But you actually interact and show your personality and stuff. So I can see why people can stick to what you got going on.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
While my other sisters on here. Hey, Ramanda. Happy birthday to my nephew, Kamarion.
Happy
And
birthday.
I have a new family member that was born today. I don't know what's the baby name, y'all? But my cousin had a baby today this morning. So shout out
yeah,
to
that's
Brandon
new. That's new.
And,
Yep.
and Wendy, brand new baby.
Brand new.
brand new.
Brand new.
Welcome to the world.
So
Welcome to the world.
so the 11 songs you picked, was it off of like thousands out of thousands of songs or hundreds of songs, or just fresh?
Yeah,
Them was
what's-
fresh off the top, like.
Yeah, what's the recording process like? Like, how do you
This is a good question.
come up with that? With the
So
songs?
I wrote all these songs, and there was 3 songs that were on the record that we recorded that night that we withheld. We withheld them because deluxe editions are a thing.
Yep.
And so
Especially
instead
today.
of going back to the drawing board and recording and changing everything up, which that is not, it's not out of the conversation, but if that never comes in a conversation, we're ready for the deluxe edition.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we intentionally withheld those songs. So it would have been more songs. I would just put everything out, but we withheld those songs on purpose so that we could
Yeah.
have a deluxe edition. So the
little
9 songs-
preservation.
yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
a little
It's-
preservation.
And then it'll still fit with the entire like body of work, and it'll make sense. It's almost gonna be like that missing piece of the puzzle. Like, oh, this fits. But there was like two songs on there that we didn't really plan. It just happened that night. It was just that moment, that energy, God wanting to sing that, God wanting to say that, and using us as that vessel. So there was new songs added in the moment that we didn't practice or plan for.
So y'all was freestyling.
We was freestyling. As far as
Off of vibes, off
Man,
the energy.
Off the vibes.
And that's why it's good to sometimes have people who are not as familiar with you because they just come to work.
Yeah.
I don't always need the personal, the
The
chemistry.
extra, all the extra
The
stuff out
chemistry
the
is
way.
perfect.
That man, like you trying, like imagine you trying to record a note, and the background singer like, man, I'm still mad at him for eating the mac and cheese the other day. You know
Man, he
what I'm
drunk all the Kool-Aid last night or something. Like,
And
I'm gonna play this wrong for him.
Yes, and people get personal when they're doing business because they don't love the business or the music more than they love getting their lick back.
It-
Yeah.
Woo!
It's
Man.
like, you too focused on getting your lick back, bro. We gotta make it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Like,
that's a
like
that's a
when we
gem
would
right
see
there.
50 Cent and Kanye and all them doing like who album is going to be number 1. The truth was that was just great marketing. They wasn't really beefing.
Come on now.
That was
Man,
speak on
marketing,
it.
and so every time 50 name came up, Kanye name came up, and then it can point people to the album.
Man, that was
Y'all-
the best Super Bowl ever. I don't care.
That
man.
was incredible.
Man.
And
I would
50
say
ended up
by
selling,
now-
outselling Ye, right?
Kanye,
Oh, Ye out.
That's
Yeah.
when like they say gangster rap kind of started
Start-
dying.
yeah,
like
backpack
New
rap.
York at least just started
Yeah,
dying.
let's not
Yeah.
let's not say that was the best Super Bowl now.
Who-
We got
who
a
would you say?
Beehive member over here.
All right.
I'm the leader of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were gonna bring that up. I'll
Okay.
show my girl.
Oh.
I'll show my girlfriend the TikTok if you sing with Beyonce.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? I'm the
Yeah.
leader of it. My wife is on. Shout out to her. So I would say, you know what? Y'all can say what y'all want to, but Rihanna was incredible this year.
I didn't think she wasn't.
And people had all these things to say, but to see a pregnant woman
That's it. That's
covered
all,
all the way up. She was
Yeah.
covered up.
And
My daughters can watch that, and I can be like, you can be talented and not have to show everything, which there's nothing wrong with. We don't shame sex workers. That's not my place.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
Right.
get into that anymore. That's just
Yeah.
not that.
Right.
But it was all those dancers and her being pregnant. That baby is going to care about her mom gave that baby that moment.
Yeah.
That-
Oh yeah.
That's me.
She
and
gonna
my-
go back to it
Definitely.
every
That
time.
baby gonna be so raw.
Man, well, she gonna look back like, wow, that was the greatest baby shower ever.
That was the greatest baby shower gender reveal ever
Ever.
on the planet.
Right, because nobody knew before then, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
nobody knew. And here's the thing: Rihanna and Drake, they are teaching this new age stream of artists that you ain't got to go put no album out because you do a big performance. You don't
Yep.
got to go on tour. You can actually go back home to your family and have everything planned and not let society overwork you to keep proving something that you already got the job of. She did the
Yep.
Super Bowl. What do I need to keep doing?
Yo, like,
Exactly.
why do I? And then on top of that, I'm 1,000% sure she had a super grandiose, performance planned, but she got pregnant, so
She
they
got
had to change it
pregnant.
up. So
Yeah.
that's the long story short.
And we need to stop making women feel like they got to leave work because they're pregnant in 2023 because that's
Yeah.
her. She's just at work. You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't got to bend over or nothing that's gonna mess with the job, then what do it matter?
And the song spoke for me. I feel like Rihanna's catalog is like them songs.
She's a legend. She's legend status already.
Man,
There-
what?
there's
It
a
hit me when she
difference.
performed. Like, yo, we really been watching her since like early 2000s.
2006, I remember her coming out.
Like
Like
14,
BT.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
Ponder replay and
Yeah,
all that. But I,
106 in Park.
but I think people have to understand there is a difference between a recording artist and a performing artist. And Rihanna has never confessed to be this performing artist. But
Nah,
what
she
her-
hasn't.
Yeah,
She hasn't.
exactly.
Hey, she hasn't.
And what this performance for me proved is that she is a recording artist. The songs that she record will speak for times on time.
she didn't even have to move. She was just
Yeah.
wiggling her hips.
Everybody's
In her
not
little red
Usher
jacket.
and
The song
Justin-
was speaking for herself.
Absolutely.
Like,
Everybody's not Usher and Justin Timberlake and Michael Jackson.
Chris
where
Brown
they're,
and shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
those are performing artists and recording artists. That means when I perform, when I record it, it's
motherfucker
Which
do a
one are you?
backflip.
You know what? I'm a combo of both. Because my record is live, so
Yep.
that's a recording artist,
Yep.
but I mean a performing artist.
Yep.
But I'm a recording artist, so like the song like I Can, straight studio,
Okay.
headphone
Yeah,
on,
that
making
one
sure
blew up.
things are right.
Yep.
But I think performing is probably more where you'll connect with me, but I like recording too.
Yeah. See, I think that's why I like this one, because it was live. For some reason, I can't, because like gospel, you're supposed to be in the moment. You're supposed to be there on stage. Like pre-recording it don't feel right.
You know what?
That's just mine. That's just my take. Don't
most
smite
people,
me.
most people who don't listen to gospel music are looking for a Never Would Have Made It, or they're looking for
Some Kirk
a
Franklin.
Yolanda Adams, a Kurt Franklin, Hezekiah. Like they're looking for it to feel like church.
Yeah.
Looking for that live
Okay.
church.
Are you with me?
Yeah. Melodies. You want to feel like you at that. You want to feel like you at church. Now there's other great gospel music that isn't recorded live, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I
So
know
which
this
one
guy.
was better, Beyonce or Rihanna?
Ooh.
I would say, because I'm on the record here,
Yeah.
Beyonce did it twice. So my favorite part of Beyonce's first Super Bowl in 2013 was Destiny's Child, and you just can't like that girl group soared. You know what I'm saying? They
It's
not
just
they not
classic.
TLC.
It's just,
They
yeah.
not In Vogue. They not Escape. Like you still got a black girl group on the Super Bowl
Yeah.
because one of them actually funneled to the top and then brought the other ones along who are still doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Team player.
Yeah, and I don't.
Are you
think,
Team Michelle?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's my
Okay.
sister.
Okay.
She could watch this. Hi, Michelle. You see, I just seen her on Monday. Was it Monday, Simone? It was Monday. We just seen Michelle in person.
They always
Monday.
give her the flack, man. She.
Yeah, they be trying to play her.
Let me tell you something about Michelle, and I know her personally. So this is not me talking from like just watching television. Michelle's story on being in that group is so incredible. She was singing background for Monica.
Yeah, she's been hard.
She was singing background for Monica, and there was someone who knew somebody who said, Destiny's Child's looking for members.
Cause one of them,
They
what
already
happened? They
had-
one of them
The split happened.
Yep, they split.
Michelle goes from Rockford, Illinois, 5 hours from us.
Yep, that's
And gets in the biggest girl group of all time.
yeah. I'm from there.
Oh, you from Rockford?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so
yeah,
okay, yeah.
yeah.
So
About 4 hours.
Where y'all from?
Yeah.
This girl go all the way to Houston and gets in a girl group that yields her this kind of lifestyle,
Man.
this kind of money, this kind of notoriety, and not only just any group. You got into the new Michael Jackson.
Yeah, bro. And Rockford is real country and small.
Rockford
so
is the size of this room.
yeah, so her coming from there to that, yeah, it's incredible.
Her story, yeah, and the thing is, everybody does not need to be the Beyonce or the Kelly of the group. That's why a lot of great organizations fail because people don't know their role.
Yeah.
Man.
And it's like, just do your role.
So we all can win. It takes a village. It takes a team. Like, it ain't no iron team.
Ain't
Structure.
no iron team, and that's probably one of the only groups where you know all the names of everybody in the group.
Yeah, like
Wow. So Beyonce has been a team player this whole time.
Absolutely, she don't have to bring them out to the Super Bowl or Coachella.
Yeah,
What
because
she-
they
what
still
did she
getting
lose?
paid. They still getting paid
They
for all
still-
them hits.
You see what I'm saying? So you can tell it's a sisterhood. And if I'm ever gonna get in a group, I want that solo member or whatever y'all do something. I want you to still be able to come through.
Yeah. Why do the internet be trying to play her?
I think that's a part of the brand now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
now when you see Destiny's Child, if Michelle's not there, you don't see
You
Destiny's Child.
don't want.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
not
You see
Destiny's
what I'm
Child
saying?
without
It's-
Michelle now.
It's a brand.
She flipped. It's crazy
It's
that
all,
happened.
it's all that girl.
You know
is smart.
who's
Yeah.
going through that right now? Cisco. He's going through a
Ooh.
new kind of like not like because basically like the younger kids are starting to just cut. You know,
Discover.
we saw everything on BET. We saw the
Everything.
ridiculousness. We saw all the epicness, the grandness, right? So what that went away for a little while, right?
Yeah.
And then so now the kids are starting to rediscover his videos,
Thong
and they're
song.
like, so now more than that. Remember the music video? He was fighting the dragon
Yep,
with the I
Unleash
forget the
the
name of the
dragon. You got to get it.
Man,
You
Cisco
want
was
to
cold,
get
boy.
it.
See, and now
he
the-
lives here too.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Okay,
So
sorry.
now the poll is who was more extra, Genuine or Cisco?
Oh, that's hard. Well, here's the issue with that. Answering that question. I love them both. But we got Cisco to be extra on the Soul Food VHS soundtrack.
Man.
Exactly.
When I
He used to go
make
crazy.
it
Look, man.
You know what my mom reminded me of? He was on Snow Dogs.
Oh,
Yo.
So I don't know. I mean, that's a neck and neck. But Cisco, he did the group thing and the solo thing.
He did them both great.
And they both were great. And Cisco, from a singer's perspective, can sing.
That
Yep.
boom.
And dance.
Yeah, and dance. Like,
Man, what?
like yeah, I like Cisco, but Genuine in those jeans and like the R. Kelly. I mean the Missy Elliott stuff. And
It's hard.
It's hard. It's hard because Genuine. Yeah.
Which one has the best run? The best vocal runs?
I like Cisco because of all of his range. Genuine was like, but I love Genuine. I don't know. That's hard. But since Cisco lives here now, I'll go with Cisco. But I do like Genuine. But if I
You
have
might
to
get a
answer
feature
the
off that.
question,
You
know,
might get a feature. If Cisco sees this, tap
shout
in
out
with
to Cisco.
tap in.
Yeah.
You win the poll. And it was crazy too. I ain't gonna say like Cisco just went away, but like it was weird because like Cisco was so great, but then like it calmed down.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
it's
then,
just
like,
a
it
new.
was R&B.
But you
Yeah,
know what,
it's like-
too? We were phasing out of boy bands.
Yeah.
And Cisco
true.
was still pushing himself with like songs like Incomplete and him and RL and all them. They
DMX.
Really, they went to like that, that solo thing, trying
Yeah.
to survive. Like being urban in a white recording world,
Yeah.
it was hard then.
Yeah.
It just
Exactly.
looked like it was the thing, but BET means these are the artists that MTV won't take all the time.
Man.
You know, like that's the real thing that TRL was not for everybody.
No.
Rap City The Basement was the place where we discovered most rappers that we
We
love.
love
now.
everything we love now. And now DJ EFN, who was on the basement, now is on Drink Champs. You know what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying? Which I love Drink Champ. And I love Joe Budden's podcast.
Yeah, Joe Budden.
I know y'all don't want to talk about that, but they be telling the truth.
I am not gonna lie, because I
Yeah,
bought
we-
Joe Budden's
we-
album when he first came out.
I did
loved him
too.
With the little cap on.
You
He
see
had one song
Sideways,
to me
yeah.
that Pump It Up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pump,
songs.
pump it up.
That
Joe
was-
Budden was like a J. Cole. because he was
Ooh,
signed.
yeah.
He
Ooh,
was
yeah.
signed to Columbia at the
Yeah.
time, so he had a major record deal,
Major.
and he was young. He was
Yep.
like, I mean, like Joe Budden was the thing to be, and I feel like he's done a good job in teaching new rappers how to pivot.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
better by himself, too. I ain't gonna lie.
I love hearing his thoughts.
Yeah.
His thoughts are good.
Some of them.
They're abrasive.
They are abrasive, but we also have to get out of this culture of feeling like everybody has to have a political answer.
Right.
How you think is not how I think, and I should be able to share that without you being offended, because how I think does not create law. It's just how
It's just how I think. It's how I move. You know what I'm saying? We don't got a beef about that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what
Like,
I'm saying?
I like black. You like white. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like Budden and Yachty's interaction where he was like, "What do you want out of hip hop?" You know, and Yachty's like, "What is you want, bro?"
Exactly. I talk
They didn't
trash
beef
all the
after
time.
that,
So
but-
I think men need a space to be able to be heard, to talk. There are some things that are a bit, on the edgy side, but I think the powers that be know how to correct that.
Yeah, you know, because he's just. He does say what needs to be said, but he's like in a more disgruntled way about it, like, or just like a jaded uncle or something.
But I think that's what sells the podcast.
Facts. No,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raya Brown. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you to everybody commenting, tuning
Yes,
in.
please.
Yeah,
man.
if you got comments, comment at the bottom. Yeah, we tuning
Tag
in.
somebody too.
We tuning in. So
Yeah.
what so on the album Established, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite song on there?
That is a good question. Always would be probably my favorite, only because I'm into music business. So I was able to get a song that I know. Well, I should say I know, but just traditionally, with traditional research that works for radio, that works for real world. And I got a song where it's just me singing on it. And it's really hard when you get a song that blows up and it's you and somebody else.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Also hard when you get a song that someone else wrote,
Yeah.
because they may not always understand the business of things. So
Yep.
to be able to write the song, sing the song, and it goes really good,
Yep.
the future publishing money, the future writing money, the future opportunities to perform it, I don't have to bring a soul with me.
Yeah.
And doing gospel music, you can sometimes feel like, oh, I got to bring 18 people with me, and you don't know
Right.
how they
Especially
gonna
if
feel.
they helped you with the background.
Yeah,
all
and
that type
I
of
was
stuff.
like, I want feeling that. So Always would probably be my favorite, but I also love He'll Do It Again. That features Hezekiah Walker. If you don't know who Hezekiah Walker is, Joe Budden just talked about on his podcast.
Okay.
All right, big things.
When Biggie and all them, so thinking of the day. So his choir did all of that on MTV Awards.
Okay.
Foxy Brown, Biggie,
Oh, okay.
Puffy, all them went
He
to
a
church
legend.
in Brooklyn. He's still like the New York pastor, Grammy Award winning. He's one of the biggest gospel artists, actually, probably with or after Kirk Franklin. And I'm just still grateful that he did the record. So He'll Do It Again. Then it'll probably be Trust You. Kier Kelly. She's from the legendary Clark sisters. She just had the biggest rating movie in 2020 that was on Lifetime. She was the lead actress.
Wow.
She has movies. She just did the big movie with Nick Cannon.
Okay.
The
Not
Christmas
familiar with
movie
that
last year on VH1. You know those movie specials. If any of the producers see this, I want to be in one of those VH1 movie specials because them things is real good.
Yeah.
They do be
this
good.
Man, put this
They
man
They
in
be
one.
good.
Hey, I could see you in one of
Yeah,
them.
man, my
Sure.
kids love it. It's fun.
Would y'all do a Tubi? A Tubi film?
Oh, I would love to do a Tubi movie. If anybody in Tubi ever watches this, I'm a fan of Tubi.
Man,
Tubi
tap
is-
in, Tubi, tap in.
Yeah,
Man.
so He'll Do It Again.
Tubi's like the
always.
podcast for movies.
It is, and you know what? It's the distro kid, the TuneCore movies. You know, it's like if you got a movie, upload it up there. And the truth is, if you can get an audience to watch it, kudos.
Kudos. Hey, that shows your pool, man. That show.
I love Tubi. It's just entertainment.
Yeah, for sure, man.
So
Well, yeah.
let's get into a little bit of your childhood, growing up and stuff,
Okay.
man. So where are you from, and let's talk about your upbringing,
Fair. I am from the north side of which camera should I look in and say this?
man.
Right there.
Right there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm from the north side of Minneapas,
Up
born.
right here.
Oh, my bad.
This one.
Yep.
I am
Yep.
from the north side of Minneapolis, born and raised. I am grateful. My mom, I'm the youngest of 5.
Youngest of 5.
Yep. So my oldest brother is 10 years older than me. My sisters are 7 or 8 years older than me. They all in their 40s now, minus
wow.
one.
How was that growing up?
You know what? I
Being the
had
youngest.
moments of feeling like an only child because they all got grown and they were interested in just where they were in life. It wasn't like a personal, like, I don't want to be around you. It's just, boy, you 5. But on the flip side of things, having them older siblings, your sisters, and I have twin sisters.
Oh, okay.
So it's like having 3 moms because what one don't feel like doing, the other one like you can come by. Then my oldest brother, I would get clothes from him. Then my brother Shalimar taught me so much about music. So I was able to pick up on so many things with all these big cousins. But then there was moments where they were in their life as they should be. It's just me and my mom.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That makes sense.
So I was playing, you know what I'm saying, PSP at the time.
It seemed like you was the youngest in the
Man.
family.
I was the youngest in the family, and even with my cousins, I have a cousin named Rio. Shout out to Rio, and me and Rio are like neck and neck. But like I'm still the youngest out of all of them, and then the other ones came later on. But growing up, I was still at that young.
Yeah.
Kinda
You was by yourself a lot.
Yeah, but my cousins, I love my cousins. They took care of me.
Hey.
Every turn up thing they let me come to, and if it was something I didn't need, they never offered me no drugs or anything like that. If it was something
That's
I did
real.
not need, they
will get on you about it.
yeah, like you know. But so even speaking of family, there is a song, an interlude that says the story of Rose and Arnanza. And Arnanza is my older cousin, and Rose is my aunt that passed away in 2021, 3 weeks away from each other.
Oh, wow.
So the song Faith and I Still Believe is curated from that experience because I come from a very close family. And so now I'm a minister, pastor. I had to bury them as well. So, you know what I'm saying? So like doing the ash to ash, dust to dust, and it's your cousin, you like, whoa, my God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a whole,
That's a lot.
But we are a very tight-knit family. And I just grew up with support. But none of my family does what I do.
I was gonna say, did you learn music from the
Yeah,
gospel
where's the
side?
music
I
come
learned
from?
business stuff. I learned seeing my brother Shalimar. He's very savvy with business stuff. So I got interested because I want to be like I want to be like all of my siblings in like a
Each way, a certain way.
A certain way, yeah. But my brother Shalimar, I spent more time with him at one point in my life because I was in 4th grade. He was in 8th grade. Big age gap, but coming home, he would teach me TRL Countdown and what label was that and just different things like that. But he never was like an artist per se. You know what I'm saying?
He was just into it.
Yeah,
like a
my
hobby.
mom don't sing, my pops don't sing. My mom can sing a little bit, but she didn't join the choir. My sisters was in the choir. Y'all got to bring the comments up so I can see some of the people. My sister was in the choir, but they hated it. So this, I always tell people, is my gift.
Got you. So yeah, when was what was the day like when you're like, dang, I can sing?
You know what? You know when kids are like, the teacher going around on kindergarten, what do you want to be when you grow up? It was never a firefighter, never a doctor. It was always I want to be a singer. So
Nice.
Like a singer right off the back, not rapping.
Knew it in your mind.
I never ever had any kind of like, I want to be something else. Like I've always wanted to be a singer.
Did you like when you were younger? Did you like just humming around?
Yep, I would sing at home. I started writing songs early on, probably 7 or 8. But I would sing at home, and then I started singing in the church choir at 5. But now here's the caveat: all the church stuff I do, my mom never made me do nothing at church.
Okay.
No, she never. Thank you, Mom. Now my siblings may be different, but I think by the time she got to me, but she never made me join the choir.
Okay.
We would do a shout out. Look, y'all got the Wave logo up. Shout out, y'all.
Yeah. Trying to get you right, man.
Thank you. Y'all did y'all research. We would never. They would do like a Sunday school thing where the kids would get up and they would recite verses of the Bible and almost like Easter speeches, and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm going Deuteronomy 6 says this," and my mom leaned over and said, "Do you want to do that?" I said, "No." She said, "You ain't got to do it."
Damn.
And I appreciated that because how I am with God now, I know it wasn't forced, and my siblings were just so nonchalant when it came to church. Like, just don't be fake. Let's do what you feel.
That's respect to Mom Dukes because there's a lot of people in our community that are like, boy, you better get your out there.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Make me look good.
And my family has never been fake when it comes to God, so that's what makes my relationship with God very authentic.
Okay.
It's not fake. It's like, I'm not feeling that. We're not about to play with that.
God.
And
So-
they just call stuff out.
Dude, that's
So you grew
almost
up
like
in-
powerful, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? 'Cause
It makes you love God and want to see what it's about yourself without someone forcing you or trying to convince you. Like, "Ooh, look at my
Yeah.
lifestyle. My mom prayed when we got up. We would pray in the morning. And I saw her prayers be answered. That's all the evidence I need.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. You got to
man,
see
that's
that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
So
real.
that's where you get the church thing and wanting to be a preacher. So how long have you been doing that? Since?
So the wave has been around for 7 years, but we did a pop-up style. You know, I do like pop-up shops.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to go into like no pastoring. I just felt like God told me to do it, and I had a reach that was like unusual. Like when you come to the wave, you'll be like, "Oh, now I just saw you at the strip club, or I just saw you out, or that's my weed man." like it's that,
It's
but
all
it's
different
also
type of
yeah,
people.
but it's also that's the guy who owns that company, and he works at Target.
Yep.
It's not a one size fits all. So I just started doing it, and it blew, and here we are. And I feel like it's more God making me do it than me just trying to like, I'm going to start a church. Anybody who wants to start a church is crazy.
Man,
You felt like you got that vision from God, like
For sure, because I could have never. If it was up to me, I would be traveling and singing all the time. and
okay,
singing at other people's
you'll be living
churches.
that life, that senior life.
Yeah, that you know what I'm saying, and just popping in and helping out a church here or there. So I know
Yeah.
this is God because
So the
hey, no cap. 'Cause
so the R&B stuff never came. Like, was it R&B first, then the?
So I do love R&B. My birthday's on Thursday, and I'm gonna
Okay,
have an
Pisces.
R&B. Thank you. I'm gonna have an R&B party. So
Okay.
I love R&B. I would still do some R&B stuff. It's just that I always think business and business-wise, gospel is lucrative for me. Let's just
Right, it
call it a
wouldn't-
bug. It's
yeah.
not just me trying to do something like
Yeah.
I've seen the numbers and it's like, wait, now people like me as this.
Yeah, and you don't want to change what people like
You
you
don't
doing.
want to change the formula, but I do want to do some stuff. My wife is fine, so you know how you look for like a video girl. I got one right at home.
There you go.
So I kind of feel like you know, I don't want to talk about some of my future plans, but I'll do some R&B stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, shit,
That's
if you,
dope.
you know, that's wife. What can they say? I'm married.
Yeah, I mean, even if I'll use an actress on some of the other
Right,
stuff,
right.
it's entertainment. It doesn't have
Exactly.
to be a reflection of my real life.
Yep.
People
Yep.
got to realize that, like, a video can just be it could be scripted. Like,
Yeah.
it could just be something that I seen before.
I'm on y'all podcast. You know
Hey,
why?
just for kicks, Pharrell been married for like what 14 years, and all the
Wow.
girls had in his video. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So-
entertainment. It's
yeah.
entertainment, and people need to understand that I don't have to live under the scrutiny of what I did for work.
yeah,
Like,
you know. And
Do you feel like artists have to put their personal lives out there nowadays, or do you think it's a line, a balance that you got to have?
I think artists do it a lot more than what they need to.
Me too. Yeah.
But we also don't have MTV Diary anymore. We also don't
Right.
have BET Access Granted
Yeah.
and Behind the Music,
Yeah.
where we could learn what people's lives were in a more like scripted, filtered way.
yeah,
So to connect with people and become relatable, your personal life does become a part of the conversation now with your
yeah.
music.
It's almost like you're forced to give like your part of your personal life.
But
or
I just
something.
think if you find ways to give people stuff that is filtered, you should be fine. I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got plenty of filters. You got Watch the Pattons with the family. You know,
Yeah.
you guys blowing up on TikTok.
We're trying.
Almost had 10K followers.
Yeah, my daughter. Well, we had 160,000 followers in
Oh.
2020. My daughter Ella, who just turned 8, got my page deleted because I would just give her the phone. You know, that's what that's what they say. Do give your kid the phone. She kept posting anything that you post, like they got the shoulder, anything they think is like child pornography. And so they kept dinging my page, and here we are. But I don't feel
Oh,
bad.
wow.
Whatever.
Right.
Wow, Yeah.
Probably
But I would love that page back. So if there anybody that works at TikTok, hit me up.
tap in.
It needs that back. Need that 160K. That's a lot of work, man.
A lot of work.
That's a lot of work, man. But I mean, even with the page you got now, dude, you got like every time. It just seems like you be in the right place at the right time when you got TikTok out, man.
It is just.
You want to talk about the mall at
We
all?
can talk about them all.
Yeah, how was that?
I was doing what I do, and I'm so glad that I've gone viral already for what I do.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to explain the honesty of it.
Yeah.
Because at first I didn't want to post it, and my friend, she said, post it. She said, you love God, you love community.
Yeah.
This is what you do. You happen to be there, so it's your life too.
You gotta talk about
You
it.
can't fake gunshots in
You
the
can't, you
air.
can't fake. You can't fake that. And I grew up going to the clubs and being in the hood and running the basketball games from gunshots, so I know a gunshot.
I feel like you probably got fans that probably went through something like that.
Absolutely.
And maybe they need you to speak on it to give them some help. Being traumatized that way.
Absolutely. It can be very traumatic. I didn't want to go to the mall. Still, sometimes it's like when I went to Nordstrom a couple weeks ago, and Chanel.
It feels weird going in there now.
That Nordstrom feels very weird, and I just think we need to make awareness. Like, there's a lot going on. Like, we at the mall during Christmas time, and that's what's happening. And I get it. And then let me be honest. Let me be very honest. I understand gang stuff.
Yep.
I understand gang stuff. You can't tell somebody what to do and you don't know what someone else is like. You don't know the details, and I know the details of that situation. So growing up in the hood and having family like that, we say on site, we say that kind of stuff, but those people really mean that. And you just have to pray to God that you are never in the wrong place at the wrong time. And one of my other prayers is, Lord, don't ever let me be at the right place at the wrong time.
Man.
Because I actually wasn't in the wrong place during Christmas trying to find my wife a gift.
Exactly. You wasn't in the wrong place.
I wasn't in the wrong place. So we have to also praise Lord, let me be, at the when I'm at the right place, don't let it be the wrong time.
Yeah.
And the section that it happened in, I'm always over there. One of my stylists, one of my good friends, Chanel, she works over there, and we just came from over there, and my actual, the stuff I had already bought was still over there.
You left it.
The shoes I got on. Oh, wait, you can't see them in this
hard.
Can't see them the car
you
they
can't
got
even see 'em.
cones.
Sorry, y'all couldn't see them. Yes, but the shoes I bought them that day. That's how real it was. It wasn't no fake stuff. Only thing I regret that day is not taking something out that back Gucci, because I was like, no,
Hey,
y'all owe me.
hey, you might not be here at this interview. You never know.
I mean, if you know what, you had to shoot at your store, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
I was like,
Hey,
I was under grief.
I'm just saying, for real is running.
I needed
Louis
that to
V,
make
man.
me
I
feel
don't know if
better.
we doing Gucci anymore, man.
You know what? My friend just left Gucci. He's at Chanel now, but I don't know if Chanel offer guy things. But shout out to Antonio. Congratulations, brother.
Hey, shout out to the homie, man.
He gonna dress my wife soon. So hopefully he sees this. So I put this
If you're
out
watching,
there.
tap in.
But
Man, manifestation.
Yeah, he does everything. He does everything for Michael B. Jordan. So like now, if you see like the Chanel pendants and Beyonce Gucci affiliation, he's the guy, a black guy from Detroit, over that fashion component, and he's amazing.
He's running Chanel.
He is amazing. But
Because everybody thought that's where Pharrell was going. He was hanging out with Carl Lagerfeld, all them.
and see, I like you. You
Yeah, I'm
understand?
into that.
Yeah. So he went to Chanel. So I asked him. He told me, and I didn't realize, but Chanel is still the biggest one.
Yeah.
The biggest house.
Yeah.
It's the big. You know, good. You know, sometimes I don't want to say that because people, I just like, y'all just buy stuff, don't know. But yeah,
I know
Chanel is
about
still
fashion,
considered the biggest house.
Yeah.
House
I
of
did not
Chanel.
know they were the biggest. Yeah, he called Fresh for a reason.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it is still
We just-
considered the
we-
biggest house.
We in our ugly phase, like
No,
Nikki
y'all
said.
are
We
fine.
grinding. We
Y'all
on
are
the
good.
grind.
Y'all are good.
Grinding
Y'all are
right
good.
now.
But yes, it is still the biggest house. So it was also a
Do you know what makes it bigger house? Is it still by sales volume?
Sales.
Really?
It gotta be
'Cause
by
they're
the
so
sales
limited,
numbers.
so
yeah, sales, and then Chanel is still a big thing.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife said it sure is. Look at her.
It sure is.
Yeah. So yeah, but sales. But you would think Gucci sales would go up. But you also got to think who's buying Chanel has more money and to buy it more
it's
frequently.
far more exclusive.
Far more exclusive, and their prices are far more. That's why my wife ain't got none Chanel yet. But coming soon.
Coming soon. That bag is coming.
That bag, you know, you get
That
your wife
bag
something
is
from
coming.
Chanel, you know,
Man.
that's next level.
So being a pastor, how does it like? Do you ever feel like overwhelmed sometime when you're helping? Like, cause people come to you, right, for faith and to get some of their questions answered. does it ever come a time where you feel like you need to lean on somebody, and who do you lean on?
Absolutely, that is a really good question. That happens all the time. Mondays are like Saturdays for me.
Okay.
It's like you feel everything that happened on Sunday.
Okay.
You in that moment on Sunday, you good, you laying hands, you encouraging, you kissing baby, you singing, come on, God, go work it out. All this stuff. Monday come, it's like, ooh.
Yeah, the adrenaline.
Is there a cigarette in the house? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh God, well, I don't even smoke. Like, well, today.
Man.
But so Monday is like that time, and it happens whenever it happens.
Right.
You don't get to choose it. It's not always Monday morning. You could just be doing what you're doing. It's like, ooh, now wait a minute.
Yeah.
For me, how I refill myself, which I do not like that it's still snow. I love walks.
Okay.
I love being able to just walk. It's not strenuous exercise. Get my headphones, talk on the phone with my wife or my sisters or some of my friends. Talk music business. I love talking music business. It's like my sports stats. Like, how many she sell? She could have did way better.
Man, I be telling him that.
Same way. YouTube videos, views,
exactly.
all that.
Oh my God, that's it. Like, who was working that? So it just takes my mind off of all the spiritual stuff, because one thing about me is when I'm like really in that mode, that is nothing but God. So that, and then I have a guy in Atlanta. His name is Apostle Jennings. He pours into me if I need some prayer, I need somebody to talk to. That's my nigga right there.
Yeah.
And then some of my friends, they may call and just be like, let me encourage you. You know what I'm saying?
I know your wife. She's the number one go-to after God.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. My mom too. My mom.
And mom.
My
Mom
mom
for
prayed
sure.
for something today. I had a photo shoot today, and she prayed for something that was in the business ropes. And by the time she was done praying, I got an email saying everything is fine. You know what I'm saying?
Look at that. There you go.
That. Snatch it. Because I'm used to doing that for other people. Like, let's pray. And I realized that you can be anointed, but your anointing isn't for you. For other people.
Man.
Your anointing is for other people, so I can sing really good, but that singing may not work for my situation.
Yeah.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Speak on it.
I have to find people that are anointed for me. And my wife is good. You know, y'all probably see her clips praying. Gets it honest, and she's a true prayer warrior. And she doesn't just pray like if I say, I need God to heal my leg, my wife is going to, God allows her to see it from a bigger perspective. Well, whatever happened when you rode that bike is probably you know what I'm saying? Like, God will show her the details that actually get you healed. And you're like, thank you, Lord.
Yep.
Man, that's what they're there for.
Church should be about answers. It may not be the answer you always want, but it should be about answers.
I like that. Yeah, because
So how do you feel about the pastors out in the new, I'll say the new world, the social media world? Do you feel like they do too much, or
scamming people for $400,000?
The pastor is that the pastor in New York? Yeah.
Well, let me say this. Since I am a recording artist and since churches sing my music,
You part of the new school too, like I feel like.
I am. I definitely am. Since I'm a part of the new school, all churches sing my music, so I never want to be a band.
Yeah, we ain't trying to.
I never want to. Yeah, that's my first lady, praying beauty. What up, Erica? You back, Erica? Some of the wave people on here, but I think the scamming part isn't good, and that I'm not talking about one specific person.
Right. It's been happening for ages.
And I think scammer. I think sometimes people are just scammers. They have nothing to do with church.
Yeah.
And I think when they get their church title, you now say it's a pastor that's scamming. But if he wasn't a pastor, he was scammed.
He'd be a scammer.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like a pastor a cheat, and it's like if he wasn't a pastor, he was cheating when he was a boyfriend.
Exactly.
Like that's just a part of that man's makeup.
Yeah.
But I will say I like the new school church pastors because we are at a place where pastoralship doesn't mean I'm over you and I'm untouchable and I'm perfect. It just means that God has allowed me to become a leader in a community space of spirituality, and I get to bring us all together. And if I got the word that week, I got it. If I don't, find somebody who does.
Cause I'll tell you what, is Maya Marshall, is she a pastor?
Yep, she the pastor at the Wave. Yep. But she's so fly.
Dude,
Man, she's so
that's
fly.
What I'm saying. Y'all, okay, look. So when I was younger, Lutheran, went to Lutheran church.
Okay,
So then, but I'm Buddhist now.
Okay.
But when I was younger, went to church and we went to church in Cool
So that's why y'all
Rapids.
got Buddhist, my CD and the Buddhist.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's where the influence comes from. Went to the Calvary over off 26 and Nicollet. But y'all are the two only pastors I know, and y'all are young and fly, man, for real. Like y'all really changing the game. No,
Man,
seriously.
they definitely changing the game.
Somebody
Yeah.
tag Maya.
Shout out to Maya Marshall. That's our dog.
I love Maya. She's so talented.
Ain't she?
And she's a part of that new age thing too. It's
Yep.
like, I feel like black people are the only people that get our culture snatched from us because we love Christ.
Yep.
I like hip hop. I like fashion. I like to dress up. That has nothing to do with me being saved or not. And
It's too judgmental, like you feel like?
Well, some people can be, but I also feel like more than people can be that way. I just think you got to live your life the way you are.
Yep.
Because, I mean, you see Justin Bieber, he confesses Christ.
Yep.
And he's the coolest white boy still.
Even after drinking lean.
Yeah, even,
Almost
you know what I'm
dying
saying?
and
Like,
stuff.
And he still is able to profess Christ.
Yep.
Take a sip, amen.
I'm not saying you should drink lean, but I am saying that if God is for everyone, everyone is not going to be perfect.
Yep.
So that means the details of how God is going to save people are going to look totally different from the next.
From the next, we all got a different path.
We all got different paths, but Maya is incredible. She's an inspiration to me. She's a great writer. I'm surprised y'all haven't had her here.
We'd have.
Y'all have?
Yeah. That's what I said. Maya, she came on last
We've been
year.
at this for a year now.
Yeah,
She was our
yeah.
third episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
Maya,
Shout out to Maya,
episode.
man.
Go
Shout out
and
Maya
watch that
Marshall.
episode.
Yeah, watch my
Y'all go
episode.
download that Drugs in the Club.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I see. I got to rap on there and be a
Yeah.
recording
Yep,
artist
you was on
and-
there too. Yep, and you killed it in your fashion.
in my way. And I love rapping. I feel like, now I will say this, if the right person comes along with the right money in the right blow up way, I would do hip hop.
Yeah.
Hey, why not?
Oh, Maya's on. Look at her. Turn up.
Hey.
Look at her default. Like the default
No,
is
Just cool, like, right?
Stop
She
playing
like
with
she
her.
in Miami or something there.
Right.
Stop MC, make another hit.
Art district.
Man.
So like, would you?
we need a Maya Marshall house. That's how fashionable
Man.
she is.
She gonna have one soon.
Yeah, she
Speak
can.
that.
She gonna have one soon. Speak
Exactly.
stuff to
I don't
this.
know why she
Manifestation.
keep, but Maya, fashion is not done for you. But she knows how I feel about that. But mind your own prophecy. That's in between. Mind your own prophecy.
Shout out Maya. Shout out Maya.
Oh God, would you ever work? Do you know Lecrae then?
I love Lecrae.
Yeah, he's hard.
Yeah, I would love to work with Lecrae if it meets. I really want to work with Drake.
Okay.
That'll be a
That'd
dope
be
track.
interesting.
Yeah, that'll be new. That'll be something different.
I would love to work with Drake, and Drake can be Drake.
Right. Yep.
But I want to do them, even if it's
Yeah,
writing
the
them
background,
vocals,
yeah,
and just
yep.
that man is talented. I feel like I'm becoming a big Drake fan.
Maybe it's the getting older thing too. As he
maturing
matures and stuff.
He's really good. He's smart.
You can see feel like he's himself. Like he's in tune with everything.
Yeah.
He's smart. I love the fact that he omitted himself out the Grammys, which I love the Grammys. Shout out to Harvey. I love you, Harvey, if you see this. That's the man over the Grammys.
Okay.
We
All
follow
right,
each
Shout
other
out Harvey. Shout out Harvey.
Shout out on Instagram, okay?
If y'all need co-hosts, y'all need hosts for the situation.
Hey.
Man, you know we'll replace these as a mail. All right?
Listen, however, I think it was good for him to omit himself because he has top-tier projects, top-tier producer, top-tier production, everything that should win a Grammy. But it's teaching Gen Z to not let that be the only thing that affirm if your project was good or not. That's so powerful to say, I'm going to put my record out and I don't want it to be nominated.
Nope.
That-
I don't want that to be my to what that means to my success.
Yeah.
Cause then also too, the Grammys be jugging people, man.
You
But
know
I don't know if it's on purpose or by design, but there's a lot of entries too, you know.
There's a lot of entries, and we also have to understand that there are people voting in the space that don't understand our art.
Right.
Yep. There
So,
you go.
so the people sitting at the table listening to these records, they don't understand that when that 808 drop,
Nope.
that was historic. Like, oh, who would do
Yeah.
something? They don't
Right.
feel it like we do. So I
Yeah.
think sometimes it's the voting system, and I also think it's the lack of name recognition too.
There you
People
go.
just don't recognize names. Like, I don't know that. People sometimes vote off of the gospel category. Kurt Franklin wins most of the Grammys just by name
'Cause
recognition.
his name.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Do you got a relationship with him?
I do. A really good relationship with Ron Hill. Shout out to Ron Hill.
Shout out Ron Hill.
Ron Hill is all things Kurt Franklin. So behind the scenes, all of that stuff.
So that would be called the industry, right?
Yes.
For gospel. So how is it like Shark-like too in the gospel industry?
Horrible.
And do other gospel singers, is it easy to tap in with them? Like, how's the...
Yes, but they still be hating and beefing underneath it all.
I imagine so.
Because at the end of the day, once again, it's just a whole bunch of artists that end up singing gospel.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you still
get all that.
Like, where can we watch him live around town? Does he have a favorite spot? You can come to the Wave. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, where's
The Wave?
The Wave is on 1922 25th Avenue North. But you can text us at 612-429-5532. We have over almost 600 people on our text line.
Nice.
So jump in and you'll always get the address every time we're doing something. But back to what I was saying.
Yep.
Gospel industry, really nice. I got some really good friends. But one of the biggest issues is Gabe Noah is a really good name. But one of the issues that I've noticed with gospel, even with my first week and stuff, people really don't know how to work technology. Like, I'm doing like a lot of tutorials trying to get people to stream
How you do this, especially when you working with aunties?
Yeah,
and
like,
everybody
oh,
who in the
what?
church.
Yeah.
And
Like
stuff.
my mom loves my album, right? Loves it. But she has not streamed it. Not because she doesn't support me. It's just I don't listen to music on my phone in that format. That doesn't make her old.
Right.
That doesn't make her out of touch. That's just not her preference.
Right.
And we've made a lot of things that our preference be like it's outdated. No.
Like, if you don't got an
print hard
iPhone.
copies?
Yep, I got hard copies. Yep.
Okay.
Like people always talk about technology or Apple and all this. They messed up the CD players. No, the car industry did. When car industry stopped taking CD players out the car, it now is not an interest when I'm saying, can you buy my CD? Because the first thing people say is, I don't have a CD player in my car.
Exactly.
They don't even start at home because most people won't even use the CD players at home anymore.
No.
So the interest in where things are, but if I can see BTS selling CDs, that Asian boy band, there must be something in it still.
Yep. And vinyl will never die. Vinyl outsold CDs and everything else
Yeah.
this year.
If I go to Urban Outfitters, a place that I buy clothes from, and it's a whole vinyl section, I can't keep letting myself be tricked that CDs are not relevant. Even if you don't have a CD player, here's a collectible item so I can make $10 to make my money back.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
I don't care what
Physical
you do with it.
CDs are still needed, guys.
Or
Yes.
just even, like, you know what I've been thinking about? Like, because we need...
No, you definitely still need an iPhone, though.
I was gonna say, if you don't got an iPhone, if you got that green bubble, ain't nobody messing with you.
Exactly.
Nope.
But, you know, streaming, I personally think, and get a soundbite of this, I personally think that gospel music in certain genres should not be graded by the new system of streaming and what's impactful.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair. I just think it's too many 60 through 80-year-olds that love new gospel music that just won't listen in a way that counts.
Yep.
So it's not that people aren't supporting you, they're just not supporting you in the way that counts.
Exactly.
And that has been my takeaway with promoting this new album. It has been that there are people that love me, they're buying, they're supporting, they're sharing, moral support, but they're not getting on their phone per se, knowing how to stream or streaming enough to make it have a dent in my numbers.
Yeah, because a lot of OGs don't have iPods.
Yeah, they're not listening to music.
They be like, I ain't got no Apple Music or no Tidal
Not
and
signing
shit
up
like
for
that.
Spotify.
Like,
Exactly, but I will say, I think you said you'll talk about it, so if I'm moving ahead, you can stop me.
Go ahead.
But I will say, shout out to all of the digital service providers. Y'all looked out for me at a level that was just second to none. We fought probably 6-7 months really hard to build relationships with Apple, Spotify, Tidal, Amazon.
months before you drop this.
Yes, I wasn't dropping the record until I had their support internally. I'm not sending my stuff through no DistroKid and all that stuff, and they don't know it's coming. I just got to make my fan base. I'm teaching y'all the game.
I was going to say, y'all hear that? Listen, pay attention, artists.
Make relationships with them. Let them listen. If you're gonna let anybody hear your album, Apple should hear it first. I'm teaching y'all the
Y'all
game.
hear that?
Now for people who don't know the sauce.
What up,
Nah.
Lexi?
Now, shout out the homies. Shout out everybody commenting it again. Keep the comments coming. Now, are you talking to Apple or do you got a team talking to Apple?
I'm talking to Apple.
Okay.
But do you refer if the people should get a team or somebody that could do that work?
Yes. That's why if you're going to sign like distro things or you're looking, make sure that they are going to allow you to have leverage with those relationships. Because if they're not, then you might as well go through CD Baby, which is still amazing. CD Baby is still great. TuneCore is still great. I've had great success on those platforms utilizing them. If you saw the money I made on there, you'd be like, oh shoot. So, but now that I understand that people like me, I need a relationships. And mind you, I have an amazing distribution deal, as Drake would say, major distribution through Monarch. Shout out to Monarch. However, my DSP relationships pre-existed my relationship with them. Yeah, it pre-existed that. Okay. So I didn't go and just make them say, tell me who you know at Apple and make them, because it doesn't work that way. Like the truth is, they'll look at your record come in and they like, okay, next. Yeah, and so we got placement on gospel. Like if you go to Apple and you look at like new music, new releases, there I am. That's the stuff that matter. Amazon, we got the Face of Gospel Fresh.
That's dope.
The hip hop one is what's his name? Lee Chopper.
NLE Chopper.
NLE Chopper. Yep. So it's like the same real estate that his label is pushing for him. We've built those relationships to say, hey, Jovonta Patton has a record coming out, and
now it's like, okay, let's get on it. Yep.
Yes,
let's make sure
I'm on the front page of Title with gospel, and the second person on the playlist.
Yep.
Those are the things that like that I try to fight for, because you don't get to tell me if my record is good or not from a local standpoint. I'm fighting that when Kirk Franklin is up and all these other people, that my record's in that same
thing. You trying to get don't overlook me.
Get the name involved. Hey, man.
Relationships, you guys.
Yes, and then you can also, I have on a sweater that my sister made.
Yeah.
You can scan the QR code.
Hold on, let me show you.
Yep, y'all see that? He got a QR code on this.
My sister came up with this innovative idea to put the QR code on. Oh, see?
I see that. It pulled up.
It pulled up. It's a real thing.
And two, let me say this. We gotta, but if you're gonna have a video, this is free game. If you're gonna have a video, right, and you're gonna let like a distributor, like say for instance Sony Universal or Universal, like, oh yeah, you distribute through us so we can upload your video. Upload your own video to YouTube first, and all the traction you get, that can help possible new subscribers. Don't help give them more subscribers.
Y'all hear that? Pay attention.
When you done, and then when you actually have gotten the peak of that, then give it to them for other eyes.
So you can come with a leverage.
Yeah, then like, oh yeah, y'all can post that now.
Yep.
I'm at 40,000 with this on my own.
On my own.
Whatever. Let's see what you can do with it. But get them to like build your own entities.
Like what's like a lot of artists, like more popular videos, or there was a main music channel on YouTube for a little bit. It had like a little blue logo with like a W.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
What is it? I forget what it was called.
It's like Vivo now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like how major artists go to Vivo.
Yeah.
Through Vivo.
Yeah, and you don't have to do Vivo either. We can talk about that another. I love Vivo, but I merged all my channels.
Yeah.
And I just like to upload it myself, because all you got to do is
Yeah.
I like Vivo. Vivo is a good look. If you're trying to have the look and like the feeling, go for it. But it's not necessary.
Y'all hear that, man? He giving y'all game.
Money. The reason why people do Vivo is you make more money through the ads on Vivo.
Okay.
But if you ain't got no views, then it don't matter.
It don't matter.
Yeah. So definitely
go to the platforms where your people are going to watch. You know what I'm saying? Invest in those relationships. So
yeah, man, we got, man. I
wish we could talk more, man. We'll be here all day.
I know. And if you get to know me, music business is really like, oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
You need to start holding classes or something, man.
Yeah,
man, the city need to know this type of information for real.
Because we're in the new ecosystem up here. We're in the new environment. Everything's so new. Like the fact that you charted #1 on Billboard 5 times. You know what I'm saying, in the gospel area, and it's like still talking about how you building the wave, you know what I'm saying, and like doing pop-ups and stuff. It's really crazy how like the effects aren't fully registering yet.
Yeah.
But then when they do, it's gonna be like,
man,
big swell. I received that.
Man. You put the work in, the visuals, the music quality, everything. You just put the work in everything in the process. you love the process. So
I love the process and the business of it.
that's dope.
So yeah, and I'll definitely come back. And
Oh yeah, you always welcome back,
yeah,
man. This is
always
just the beginning. We just getting started,
yeah,
y'all.
cause y'all understand
Like,
house and numbers.
yeah,
and
man.
you know, some people just be talking. I'd be like,
My girl, she makes Maya's clothes.
nice.
luxury.
Okay, yeah, okay. So she helped with.
So that's how I know all that. You know what I'm saying? I'll
so
be
you-
paying attention.
Oh, so you with it?
Yeah.
We're our podcast and our platform, you know, we did come out of like left and right field. It's, you know, he's built up Motivation to Hustle for all these years, but as far as like the podcast, we've been doing what we do for like 10 plus years, you know.
Incredible.
We just did our pivot to the podcast and clashed on that, and now you get these magical results, and we're sitting here with you.
Hey man, yeah, the power of collaboration. They gonna be helping me with my podcast.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah,
I see
Hey,
us
y'all
in the
see
future.
my people was on.
they support you.
They show
They
up.
support you,
And
man.
I support them. I try to make sure I'm just as visible.
As you
Yeah,
should,
absolutely,
man.
Thank
So
you.
congratulations on your new album, Established.
Yes.
Man,
Thank you for
congrats.
coming through the new Twin Cities podcast. I'm your host, Fresh.
I'm Tony, man. This was
And-
Jovonta Patton, man.
Monte, yes.
Make sure you go subscribe.
It's my accent, my bad,
It's
brother.
okay. People always they like to name me whatever they think.
Go
Okay.
subscribe, watch, share, do all that for us, man. On all platforms.
And make sure you say it Jovonta, because all right.
Jovonta Beyonce.
There you
Jovonta
go, all
Beyonce.
right. And, you know, let's pray for Jovonta that he gets where he needs to be so he can
Yes.
have that second viral moment. You feel me?
Yes, for the right reasons.
For the
Without
right
saying
reasons.
You
involved.
know, well, just because you love Beyonce, right?
Oh yeah, yes.
Tell
yes.
Beyonce how much you love her.
She knows I love her. She knows that personally. But yeah.
And we out,
I
y'all.
got some plans. See ya.
I'll see you guys next time.
Oh yeah, I'm going to see. I got my tickets. I just try not to say.